Behind each closet door are some very dirty secrets. From toxic chemicals to carbon emissions, the fashion industry has become the world's second largest polluter. Though the industry is shifting towards slow fashion, consumers aren't aware of the sustainable alternatives available to them. What they need is a platform that compares products and brands on a social and environmental scale. The fashion industry is heavily dominated by fast fashion, enticing consumers away from sustainable alternatives. Fast fashion is a global trend where brands must maintain on-trend while keeping the price low. Forever 21, H&M, and Zara, among many others, have mastered the overproduction of low-cost clothing, creating extensive pollution and waste. Fortunately, brands are realizing that sustainability and ethical conduct matters to consumers more so than ever before. The global fashion market is in the midst of observing the public's interest in sustainable slow fashion. Slow fashion is a movement where apparel is produced in small factories. Workers are paid fairly, and products are made to last with local, low-impact materials, such as organic cotton or recycled textiles. Whether it's H&M or Adidas, the industry as a whole is moving towards sustainability by using more eco-friendly materials and being more transparent about their supply chain, benefiting the people, the planet, and their profits. Still, despite these efforts, it's difficult for consumers to know which brands are actually making a difference, because sustainability information is often buried within long reports. So, even though 60% of millennials want to purchase sustainably, only 37% do so. Why? Because they aren't aware of their options. This disconnect between consumers and brands could be because there isn't a platform that compares various sustainability indicators for popular brands. Life cycle assessments do provide information on the impacts of specific materials through the Higg Materials Sustainability Index. But this isn't a brand-specific index, nor is it accessible for everyday consumers. Similar tools, such as Greenpeace's Detox Catwalk, only provides a general overview of a brand's chemical use and doesn't address specific clothing items, while the Transparency Index only ranks brands based on how much they disclose in their policies. These indices allow companies to pollute and exploit workers as long as they disclose it in their transparent reports. So even though some indices do exist, the scope in each index is limited. Other industries are miles ahead of fashion when it comes to disclosure. For example, in the food industry, they have the Food Composition Database to compare nutritional information for each product between different brands. In comparison, the fashion industry still lacks such a database for comparing the sustainability of products from different brands. This gap could be addressed by researching the LCA impacts of common closet items from top brands and presenting the findings in a user-friendly tool. To promote this tool, marketing efforts should be focused on a specific demographic. Many consumers, like millennial men and women of an advanced age, are interested in purchasing more sustainably. However, the main demographic of fashion consumers are millennial women. Unfortunately, there is a notable gap in expansive geographic understanding of target markets. Many past studies are based entirely in Scandinavian countries and Hong Kong. While these countries may have similar results, they may not necessarily share the same cultural impacts with North America. Another way to promote the sustainability index is to leverage online influences. Social media monopolizes consumers' attention. Not only do consumers turn to a brand's social platform to learn about promotions, they look to influencers like Kim Kardashian to emulate their style. With hundreds of millions of followers, influencers nudge consumers towards certain products and brands by creating exposure within their social networks. A recent example of the effect of influencers is when Nike's sales soared by 31% after launching a viral Colin Kaepernick campaign. How did they do it? Consumers associated Nike's brand with Kaepernick's cause. Such viral campaigns leverage celebrity cause fit, invoking target markets to think about a brand whenever they think about a celebrity's cause. Yet, despite the ubiquity of viral campaigns, there are few academic studies in this new phenomenon of viral marketing. With more research in viral marketing strategies, specifically for sustainable fashion campaigns, sustainable brands can learn to leverage similar influences and strategies to capture their consumers' attention. In summary, despite the wealth of knowledge about various topics within the fashion industry, there remains some gaps in the literature. First, the fashion industry lacks a database to compare the environmental impacts of products between brands. Next, the industry's consumer market is well defined in other countries, but there is not enough research in the North American context. And lastly, there needs to be more research on how to leverage viral marketing, especially in the case of communicating sustainability initiatives. Ideally, by closing these gaps, consumers can become better educated about the impact of their purchases and choose more sustainable fashion options. To close this gap, a pilot database tool can be built to compare common products between brands using LCA research. Then, this tool should be designed according to the preferences of the target consumer demographics, millennial women. Although this information is based on international studies, many markets in Europe mirror North America and could still be used. Finally, this platform can mirror the success of past viral marketing campaigns with more research in this area. If the research gap can be closed, the sustainable fashion database could influence consumers to purchase more sustainable fashion options.